Okay, now this week's QC tips and reminders. I want to take a couple minutes to go through the proper installation of a base shoe and a guardrail system. We'll go through a more detailed installation procedure in the future. First of all, Sierra Lawrence has a set of installation instructions that covers everything from the base shoe installation, taper lock system, clasp, and top cap. These will be uploaded in your Autodesk files. Also, we have a Aragon QC service bulletin, which will cover the torque specs of your cap screws. That will cover different thicknesses of the glass, as well whether it's monolithic tempered or laminate glass. These will also be uploaded in your Autodesk files. Okay, first thing you need is shim strips. This is going to be your best friend during your guardrail base shoe installation process. These are also covered in your installation instructions for Sierra Lawrence. Part numbers for the shim strips, which come in 1/64, 1/32, and 1/16 size, all listed here in your installation instructions. Shim strips are used this way. You can cut them into small pieces, larger pieces, whatever you need. Most of our base shoe system is attached to a steel spacer, which is loaded onto an embed. So you just need to cut these the length of your spacer, and you can put it on whatever side you need in order to help adjust the pitch. Not too worried about the elevation this way. You guys should know how to do that. But I am concerned about what's going on with the pitch of the base shoe. The reason is why, because if you don't get this perfect and you're using a taper lock system, the glass will be all over the place. You look down that line and it'll be waving in and out. And what I've seen is guys try to compensate for not having the shim strips and using whatever method they are to try to level the shoe, not getting it level, having to use tiny pieces of shim behind the chairs inside here, hit the glass down several times. Way too much time, way too much labor, very costly. But if you get these shim strips, which are recommended and required by Sierra Lawrence, you're going to save all that trouble, all that problem, and get these spot right on level. So please, get yourself some shim strips. Next thing you're going to need is a good level. Okay, this is a Johnson level. I got this at Lowe's. You can also get it at Amazon. And I use this level to check your base shoe before you put that glass in to make sure it's level. If it's not, I'm going to mark your base shoe where your anchors are at, and you have to readjust that. This happens to be the exact width of the base shoe. Makes it very easy to go over each anchor and to check the level of the pitch on the base shoe. Very important, because what I've seen many times, guys try to use a torpedo level, and they have this system that they're trying to install around the stairwell. There's a guard system behind the base shoe. Sometimes the base shoe is buried into the floor. There's obstructions on the floor. You can't get a 6 or 7 inch torpedo level directly across that with a bubble right in the middle. You gotta lean it like this, and the bubble is sitting outside the shoe. That is not a proper way to level your base shoe. Go get yourself the proper level. So you can make sure that bubble is right across the top of your cap screw, and you get an exact level for your base shoe as you go on down each screw. What you can do too with these shims is you can place them underneath here, like so. Slide them in as you go down your base shoe and tightening up your anchors. Make sure you get a good level. Last thing I want to mention is do not use plastic shims when leveling your base shoe. We're doing the elevation this way now. Okay, you need to use aluminum shims, which are also in your installation instructions required here. You need to use aluminum shims, and one thing you need to realize is when you have that one aluminum shim that's resting on that steel base plate, that steel spacer, you need to have some type of isolator. If you don't isolate the aluminum from the steel, you get electrolysis, which causes a corrosion between the two metals, and it'll affect the integrity of the system as a whole. So whether you're going to get an isolation tape or some type of spray or roll-on isolation, you need to get that. You can ask Eddie for that. Make sure you take care of that as well. Quickly, it's just some basic tips on your base shoe installation. Hope that helped. Have a great week.